morning. With the need to transform and the continuing evolution of technology, and with the help of new and innovative devices and services, things couldn't get even better. It is with great pride and honor to introduce to you Rescue Ranger, taking flight to save people. Philippines is topographically located along the Pacific Ring of Fire and near the Pacific Ocean, meaning we are at constant threat to natural calamities such as typhoons and earthquakes. There are many factors as to why search and rescue operations are hindered. It may be due to inaccessibility of transportation, large and dangerous debris, and high risk of death, but we may have a solution for that. Rescue Ranger is a quadcopter equipped with devices and instruments that can help during search and rescue operations. This includes thermal cameras, sirens, sonar technology, and it can even operate on winds up to 80 kilometers per hour. It can reach an altitude of 1,000 kilometers and has a relative velocity of 40 kilometers per hour. Rescue Ranger is the first of its kind in the Philippines. It even boasts to be more efficient than other leading countries. With Rescue Ranger, we can help in hastening the search and rescue operations. With life at stake, every second counts.
Now, we go to the fun part of the project on how was the Rescue Ranger is created. So, thanks to modern technology, as well as knowledge in programming, we can create our own quadcopter. To create the quadcopter, necessary information is needed. Information such as its parts as well as its uses. The first part to consider is the frame of the quadcopter. Having a strong frame provides stability as well as strength in case the quadcopter crashes, thus it is less likely to break. So the second part is the propellers. This is the part which is responsible for propelling the quadcopter upwards. So by creating a pressure difference between the top and bottom surfaces of the propeller. The third part is the motor. So this is responsible for the rotary motion in the propeller. This will provide the necessary force to overcome gravity. The fourth part is the electronic speed controllers. This part is responsible for controlling as well as regulating the power of the motor. In short, this will control the speed of the motor, as well as this will dictate on how fast the propeller will turn. So now, having all these parts, you can assemble it all together by attaching everything using screws or soldering. One of the main parts of the quadcopter is done. So all those parts together, that's what makes a quadcopter. And the next step is we're gonna use a microcontroller. In this case, the quadcopter, we will use the Arduino Uno. So this is where the programming skills is needed. So knowledge about programming is needed in using Arduino. After creating sophisticated code, about the different quotations of the propellers, we can now connect the Arduino to the quadcopter. So lastly, we connect a flight controller as well as a radio receiver to the quadcopter so we can control it remotely. Since we are creating a Rescue Ranger, the quadcopter has some features added to it, like to be able to detect people, a camera and a thermal scanner is used. So in case of disasters, we can detect people using the camera as well as a thermal scanner. And in order to notify people that help is coming, sound devices are added in the quadcopter so that like there's a sound when the quadcopter is coming. These devices are connected to the microcontroller. After connecting another sophisticated code, the Rescue Ranger is completed. And to operate the Rescue Ranger, we just have to turn on the quadcopter or the rescue ranger and the remote controller. Then in the remote controller, we have to press to power the motor, thus creating the lift in the motors as well as the propellers and propelling the quadcopter upwards or the rescue ranger.
So I will now present the results. After the fabrication of the quadcopter rescue ranger and combining it with appropriate sensors to be able to detect persons of interest, such as in dangerous situations, wherein going all in on all-terrain vehicles, amphibians, and other ways does not cut it. And if they do, it would take a longer time. So the rescue ranger was built on the idea of searching for people in need of rescuing. So using Arduino integration, it was able to fly on dangerous situations such as heavy rains and extreme heat from the sun, which is prominent in a tropical country like the Philippines. When the rescue ranger goes on these situations, it can spot people in need of rescuing and alert the person operating it by producing a sound. So in this figure 1, so we have the pictures of sightings of people. So a field test was conducted in order to test the capability of the rescue ranger in recognizing people. It showed the responsiveness of the quadcopter recognizing not only a person but also when the person waves and highlighting to yellow, which is a important factor in rescuing situations, as it is usually what a person in danger enacts. So that is all for the results.
Discussion. In this section, we are to discuss the result based on the characteristic of classic search and drone search in mountain rescue scenarios. Table 1 shows the performance of the classic line search technique and drone search technique. The performance is evaluated based on the time it takes to have first human contact, the total search area, and the area searched in a minute. The result shows that during the operations performed, drone search has a faster performance in having human contact compared to the classic search in mountain rescue scenarios. In terms of total search area, the drone rescue can cover a greater total area and search area per minute. Comparing the two searches done in mountain rescue scenarios, there is a significant difference between the two searches. The drone search is more effective and efficient in performing mountain rescue. Conclusions. The Rescue Ranger has a human action recognition which can be used for human detection and other tasks for surveillance applications. Thermal cameras, sirens, and sonar technologies are included in the quadcopter. The variations available makes the Rescue Ranger suitable for various applications. Furthermore, as the main objective is to enable search and rescue operation to employ drone surveillance, an experimental comparison was done to test the effectiveness of the drone search. The comparison between the two different search and rescue methods evaluated shows that drone search is more effective and efficient in rescue operations. Drone search can search larger areas in a short period of time and can locate the victims faster than the classic search.